I think we're live. It is Thursday. It is the Beck Scrum. Sam and Michael are here. My update is that I have been I've been editing videos for the new run of the MOOC and just trying to get things fixed up so that this week's material, the rest of it that I couldn't release before, can be released. And gosh, edX support is, I don't know, not responding to me, and have to recreate certain elements from scratch, which is a pain, but there we go. Kind of getting on top of it. What else has been going on? My attempt to move the marketing meeting to today failed due to the marketing people not being available. That did allow me to try and do some investigation on this this bid to see if Google Forms could be used for it as capable communities. I've had some ideas there. Anything else going on today? What was this? It's Thursday. Yeah, I did break through this morning, and I've got like HTTPS all working with Visual Editor on a second NHS Media Wiki box, which is much simpler this time around, strangely. And gosh, just drowning in admin stuff, trying to get professional indemnity insurance set up, doing invoices, trying to work out the budget and plan for next year. So we've got the local sport kickoff coming up at the end of this, and just more admin joy. Woo-hoo. How are things going with you, Michael?
Good. So just stopping in to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you didn't get time to review more pull requests on website 1.
I went through updating them so that they were ready to be pulled in. I pulled in some. I am aware of, like, there's stuff in the pipeline that I need to be pushing out. Let me look at the latest versions of the pull requests. I certainly haven't looked at them. Are you blocked by anything?
Not particularly. No. So I was thinking for the capable communities thing, if they have such a limited budget, maybe I'm not sure, maybe some kind of SaaS thing would work better.
When you say a SaaS thing, what do you mean?
Like there are like survey offerings and stuff.
Yeah, like Typeform and yes, I've been reviewing them. They don't seem to offer the particular thing that I think Capable Communities needs, which is they need to offer like forms that can only be accessed privately via a login, and then also like the data that gets put into the first form some of it needs to appear in the second form.
Okay. I mean, is there like a logical reason for why they have the forms designed the way they have them?
Yeah, that's the process flow for this social prescribing. In that that diagram that I posted, which I could bring up. I guess it is in the background. Yeah, now I would have merged your ping project channels on manual update yesterday, except it was out of date with the develop, so I'm able to merge that now. And we're getting some kind of failure on the update. Wait a sec. Yeah, update logging in jobs to include better info.
Well, that's pulled in now because actually.
Right. Oh, you were saying that you'd ended up accidentally sticking
everything. The other failure was just some intermittent failure, I think.
Okay, so this one now, the update logging in jobs to include better info, I can close.
I believe so. If you look at it, it probably doesn't have anything now, right? Like there's not doing anything.
It still has the.
Oh, really?
It says it's out of date with the base branch. So, I mean, I click update branch, and then maybe it will have nothing in it. So we'll see. We'll see what it does. If there's anything that was missed between one and the other, which seems unlikely. Okay. So that's that. If we talk about the capable communities thing, I mean, one of the things with the capable communities is kind of like, if it was someone that I just didn't know at all, I would say, you don't have enough money to do this, and or at least your expectation about how easy or difficult this will be to do is, you know, kind of so out of whack that it's kind of, you know, a dangerous thing to even commit to trying to support. But it,
well,
like, go
on. So there's like another, I'm not sure, there's like Snap survey that I just found.
Yeah, there's like 50 different, like, as you say, software as a service. There's Typeform, there's Woo Forms, I've sent emails to contact things to like 5 or 6 of them, asking them about being able to support this kind of thing. But my superficial sense is that it's kind of a corner case. Oh, hey, Matt.
Hi, Sam.
How you doing?
Very good. Sorry, I guess I'm in the car. I guess I'm hooked on Scrum. So.
Yeah. Well, you're a Scrum addict. We'd done our updates, and we were starting to talk about a different project. Did you want to update us on anything?
No, I don't think I have any new updates. I just did that async voter stuff. Looks good, and I got your message. So
yeah, you got the async. Yeah, so hopefully we'll use the async voter, the new one, in the like kickoffs today and tomorrow, and we will be happy, and we can shut down the DigitalOcean one. Yeah, great stuff.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right, nice one. Well, I'm noodling on this capable communities thing.
I'm not sure.
I was just gonna, Michael, you asked me the question previously, why do they need that process with the forms and so on? I was going to explain that to you with this diagram, but you'd like to ask a different question or make a different statement before I do that?
I know you said you emailed a couple different ones, but you might want to look at this particular one. Where the hell is there? These people particularly mention healthcare surveys.
Okay. Snap
they have
server.
like a whole page on their thing, and Snap surveys.
Oh, Snap surveys. Okay.
They claim that their software is flexible and it's used by hospitals, clinics, insurance providers.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, that's definitely worth checking out.
They also claim that they, obviously, because they're collecting health data, they're concerned about security.
Right.
So, I guess go on with what you're saying.
Yeah, well, and the diagram, I sat down with the guy, and, their initial thing was like, oh, we'll have this thing, and we want our website redesigned, and this other feature that we need for this social prescribing, we'll have that, and that will go in the website. But actually, they're completely separate things. Like, they've got a website, and which could use upgrading, and there's no reason particularly, other than, kind of like, oh, everything's in one place, that the functionality for supporting these forms website, and the guy's got a chunk of money from central government to do this, and he's got some tight deadlines. I think he has got funding, but it's kind of he self-admittedly says, I'm not the technical expert. They're wanting to get the technical part of it done. In principle, they could end up just doing it with paper forms, and they would then just have a big data entry collection issue. But for the social prescribing to work in this diagram, the idea is that the patient initially goes to see the doctor. They have a chat. The doctor says, "Oh, would you be interested in trying this social prescription service?" And the patient, they say yes. Then the patient's given the phone number of the social prescribing service provider. Now they wanted to make this integrate with the doctor's software in the doctor's office, but apparently that takes 4 months, and that's too long, so that's being put off. But so in the first instance, the patient's just going to be given the number of the social prescribing provider. So then they will phone, that's this line here, the social prescribing provider, and the social prescribing provider takes them through this screening survey, which was the form that I uploaded or I showed you. So we've got, for example, here, this is the screening questionnaire, and they take down some information. What's the issue? What are your goals? What do you want to try and do? Some questions about how they feel, and so on. And so they could be, like, all of this could be done on paper in principle. But so the social prescribing service provider gets this information taken down. Like they're thinking, oh yeah, well, if we can put that into a digital form, and then we've got a record of it, that's great, because like that digital is good, and so that needs to be stored securely, right? So then, once this person is the social prescribing service provider, the SP, has done this screening thing, they use their knowledge of the different voluntary sector groups and basically want to send out potentially an email or some kind of alert to these voluntary sector groups to say, look, we've got somebody who might be interested in volunteering for your services or using your services in some ways. Would you be interested in taking a look? And so what happens then is that the voluntary service group would, and we've got like click through it in a link, and then they would get like another form which contains some of the data about that patient, but then also some information about like this is a second form, a provider form, where the idea is that having seen the information about the patient and then been able to like ring the patient maybe and get together. So then we have this is a chat here taking place between the voluntary sector provider and the patient, and so then the voluntary sector person here, hey Elena, just in the middle of describing this thing, is filling out the form based on their kind of interview with the patient and adding a bit more information, particularly about the mental state and the happiness and so on, whatever, of the patient. And then, like, so now the patient is like volunteering at that community cafe or taking part in this, visit an elderly person or whatever it happens to be. And they're accessing the service for some time period. And then the idea is that there's kind of like for a while, there's kind of a closing chat with that person. And then they need to, the voluntary sector service provider re-accesses the same form to kind of like update, to give like outcomes of how, potentially the mood or well-being of the person has, and then so finally that final form, that all needs to come back. And so it's all about this social prescribing service. But at each
step of this, like,
go on.
It's, so if I'm understanding you correctly, it's all people that are being paid to fill out these forms, right? It's not just a random person of the public.
It's not a random person of the public. No, I mean they're people who, yeah, they're like people who, I mean they may be volunteers, but they're working as part of a charity or non-profit organization, right. And potentially they will receive training to fill out the forms. I mean,
so they can potentially, we can expect some level of training. Yeah. It's not just a random person. They're not just a random person. It has to work for
everybody who, like, on all the platforms. It's these charity groups will be opting in order to say, oh yeah, we would like to be receiving the groups, these individuals from the social prescribing network, and so and so as I say, all of it could be done on paper. Yeah, and then collected up at the end. But I think that the guy here, Steve, he's hoping, with a digital solution, then like he will have for his writing his report for the funder at the end of it, that he'll have all this outcome data that says, we had 30 people go to this group, 20 people go over here, 10 over here, and these are the we had a 5% increase in happiness rated before and after. Like, you get the idea?
Yeah, I understand. So it's like an exit survey.
They want
to do analysis on it or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
To prove whether
to show some kind of like the putting the theme in place has had some sort of positive impact on the community and the individual.
So, but my point is that there's going to be some degree of training, so arguably you can get away with a lot more usability issues. Than just like the random public.
Yes, although a lot of these people working for these voluntary sector groups will be very non-technical, I would say. But thank you for the Snap survey link. That's very handy. I'm going to pop that into the link there. I guess it's time for the local support kickoffy thingy. So, hey, Elena. In the ridiculous usability thing that we have, I will shut down this Hangout and create a new one to be the local support kickoff.
Okay.
All of you there.
Mhm.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.